block. It is Kogma, and he is looking mighty spicy right now. Looking like quite the AD carry as now. We will have Guma Yushi playing with, sorry, subgap TOT once again. I don't think that's Korea, so no. But this is the second game together with that guy, but this time he is playing against a Aphelios, which is the same as all, but then a Lulu, which is going to be a better combo, of course, empowering the Aphelios quite a bit more. So we're going to see if Aphelios now has a little bit more of a shot to threaten Guma Yushi here. And I think that the build that he will be going for will reflect a certain something. So we're going to look for that. Right now, I am kind of trying to figure out how I want these casts to go, what I want to do in them. Because, of course, these casts aren't purely about the game, right? They're also a little bit about what is going on in the meta right now. What is going on here? What is going on there? And I wanted to know whether or not you guys would be interested in coverage of MSI as well. Or if I should just stick with the solo queue things. I've been thinking about like covering maybe spicy picks in the MSI, as that kind of is my forte here on the channel as well. That and slightly cringy content. As ooh, the Janet one. Okay, good amount of damage here in the first trade. That is definitely not a trade that you want. Lulu absolutely out-trading the Milio early on. Ghost is activated. Heal is activated. All this Aphelios can do is run. As we are now dealing maximum damage here as well to the Lulu. Not taking a tower shot because Guma Yushi just built different. But this is a really tough lane. Now we need to be careful not to trade into the Lulu too much. Ooh, Guma Yushi just dancing on the line of the turret. Very, very careful here. The level 2, of course, available here for the red team bot lane. They can play this very aggressively. The E-slow comes through, but yeah, so far not a lot of threat in it. It's now as well the campfire is gone. That is a rather big... What? Kha'Zix's taken down by the Lulu with a 500 IQ roams. Very aware as Guma just gonna walk down the enemy AD carry. Taking a lot of damage here now. Campfire will be available in, you know, give or take another 20 seconds. No, it's up right now, but you know, it's has a very long cooldown. As Nidalee now gonna flank around, so it becomes very spicy here. The ghost has been used, the spear will be dodged. So only a flash, and yeah, only flash is available here for the bot laners. As of course we are gonna play this very aggressively still. And Guma Yushi will end up going down here. Aphelios able to run out, and yeah, I think Guma should have taken the minions here instead, as this goes in favor of the Aphelios, of course. However, still a good amount of money has been gained here by Guma Yushi, so he shouldn't be in too bad of a situation. He will go for the boots first here as well. However, of course, Aphelios probably able to get Berserker Greaves here, given how everything looked. We are going to see. No, not possible. As here we are going to pick up a base worth, you know, 900-ish gold. So he was very close, but not quite there. But you can't also stay another wave just to get the shoes, right? That is not possible in this situation. So we are just going to play it slow here as the Kog'Maw. The lane seems pretty even, right? We have a dagger versus a longsword, which of course also comes down to the inherently better scaling stats here for Guma Yushi. Of course, there is also a little bit of a nicer base here at 500. As Guma is going to walk down. I mean, it's always dependent on the guns as well. What is going to walk down the Aphelios here as Aphelios with this gun combo. Pretty good in team fights. Not necessarily the strongest in the 2v2. So Guma Yushi just going to zone. And going to say, oh, if you want any CS here, you will have to go through me. You take a tower shot. You take a tower shot. You take an auto attack. Or two. So we are going to just push it out as well. Oh, very, very dangerous. They almost got hit by the tower shot. But he is playing this in a reasonably safe pocket here. Of course, Nidalee has been seen in the top side lately. Now, very good. The wave is in. So now all they have to do is just poke. And so far, the Guma KOG will be able to grab already one plate 6 minutes in. Still, more than half of the game time remaining there. For some more plates as here the all-in comes through. Nidalee very, very good with a Kog'Maw. But Kog'Maw will be able to waddle to safety here. As the Nidalee spear does land. Kha'Zix looking for a little bit of damage. Will probably not be able to pick up the Nidalee here though, as Lulu just a little bit too strong. As Guma Yushi will hit the slow here, but the isolation doesn't come through. Very good job here by Aphelios following there in the Gravitum. This is exactly what it is built for. The CC onto the Kha'Zix, locks him down. And he goes taken out. 0 and 3. Yeah, this is quite the bot diff. Quite the jungle diff so far. Yeah, Mr. Aphelios so far. A little more ahead than he should be. Kind of illegal that he got bailed out like that, given the early game. But of course, Nidalee just, a bit more impact on the Kha'Zix. And that is problematic for Guma. But Guma has been able to pick up a plate here that equalizes some of the gold differential here. Also does get the push here, so will get a slightly favorable recall. If he would take it right now, he will take it indeed. Milio not going for a support item proc here onto the tower, which I find very interesting, but you obviously don't want to stagger yourself too much either. As now Kog'Maw will be able to pick up 3 items that look like this guy might not be going for a Rage Blade next, right? But indeed will be going for the Noon Quiver, and it is correct. Kog'Maw going for the Noon Quiver here. Of course, pretty much all the options, all the Noon Quiver options are kind of viable, situationally viable on the Kog'Maw, right? We have the Gale Force, which is always good on any AD carry, kind of, right? Then there is the Shield Bow, which of course will have a little muted damage, but it give you a good amount of survivability. Very good on champions like the Ashe, like the Kog'Maw, that do scale with some base scaling as well, have some crit conversion in their build through one way or another. As Aphelios gonna just go for a random ultimate here. That is a tool that we don't have at our disposal. Of course, once Lulu hits level 6 here, that won't matter too much. But he did use a red gun ultimate there. Did heal himself for a little bit of HP, but I think it even overhealed him. As Guma is taking a good amount of damage here, will be able to trade into the Aphelios. Oh, that tower shot is not what you want. But yeah, Kog'Maw currently very good at just disengaging from these fights, of course, as the slow has been buffed here from the E. And the Mr. KOG is going to shove out this wave, and we'll probably just recall here, as this is not... Oh, no, never mind. Not Guma Yushi. Guma Yushi is pretty sure that he can get an advantage out of this. That's totally fine. We're just gonna see. Enemy mid lane might be roaming here. Ghost for Ghost activated. The heal comes out. The slow comes out. Gumayushi will be kiting it out. But now lane pressure goes over to the Aphelios lane. And that means that now you have to be very, very careful here. As the blue-white gun is a potentially lethal gun. Gotta be very careful with that. As Nidalee will be escorting this out now. The Kha'Zix going in here. But this is not necessarily what you want. Kha'Zix will just trade himself here and give Aphelios another kill. Milio taken down by the Nidalee here. And this is absolutely horrifying. And in this case, Gumayushi can actually save 5 insects on my team, given the fact that, you know, he is probably an insect as well. I mean, Kog'Maw, he's a void creature, kind of an insect, right? And if you look at the rest of the team, I mean, I'm not gonna be, I'm not gonna flame anyone, but yeah, it's not looking too good. Of course, this pre-mate doing a decent job here, still. Is a Milio though, so you know, also limited options, as it almost seems like this freaking Aphelios just stayed for an item. That would be crazy. If Aphelios has... No way that Aphelios gets Gale Force here, right? That's another... No. Yeah. Aphelios got Gale Force. That stings. Oh, that's not what you want to see. Okay. Okay. Nidalee just trying to stall that a little bit until the Aphelios arrives, of course. With the Gale Force, he's going to have a lot of kill pressure here onto the Kog'Maw. Kog'Maw does have boots here. So, you know, does have reasonably high movement speed. At least he's not losing out on that regard, but... Still a little bit scary here for the Aphelios. And, you know, Milio, just a pure enchanter here in contrast to the Lulu, who, of course, is an enchanter, but also kind of isn't, right? Where she does scale a little bit harder than the Milio. Milio gives a lot of on-hit, like, burn damage early on. Which does work out very, very well with the way that Kog'Maw also likes to trade. And I absolutely adore how, yeah, how Guma is playing this right now. Is, ooh, massive damage coming out of the Aphelios here. Kill picked up onto the Milio. As, yeah, we can't really kite that out. As we will try to kite it out as Guma here, though. Lulu ultimate comes through. And unfortunately, Lulu will live. We can't walk into the Aphelios too much as Aphelios, with a flash, will be able to pick up the kill here onto the jungler. Once again, Kha'Zix goes down. 1-4-1. Not having the best of times here. As Mr. Kog'Maw will have to retreat here because, I mean, you don't want to deal with Gale Force. But the Nidalee Spear comes through. Will not tag Gumayushi as he's going to flash onto Guma here. Just take him down. Gumayushi going for a little bit of damage. Is not able to take down the minions there anyway. And unfortunately, this looks like an absolutely losing game here. 18 to 3. Not 13 to 8, but 18 to 3. Definitely not looking too fancy. As Aphelios, is he... No, that's not legal, right? Aphelios is not staying for another item. No, but why is he staying there? He could be synchronized on the recalls, have his gold spend. It must be some kind of gold that he gains. Unless the Lulu ready to flank here. Dive the Milio once again, as of course Milio and KOG are kind of staggered, but Kog'Maw has arrived in the scene now, or at the scene. Silas now also is here. Has the Lulu ult at his disposal, and yeah, that is going to be a shutdown. Going over to Gumayushi as well. That is absolutely what we want to see. Beautiful job. A little bit of a question mark on the Lulu ult there, but it's totally fine. Of course, the money for the tower here is also going to go down to the KOG. Milio, can you just move away? Give me that shutdown gold alone. Unfortunately not, but objective bounties have been already activated, by the way, and the Kog'Maw will take full advantage of it. 705 for the Nidalee, 601 for the Gragas. Topside heavily winning as Lulu seems to be connected. Mid lane looking very good here, though, for the blue, for the red team here, and of course the bot lane. It's Gumayushi, right? How bad can it be? Gumayushi doing a solid job here. The man sometimes ends a little bit, but you know, not that much. Not that much, not that often. It's fine, honestly. He's caught himself quite a bit, I must say. I was expecting him to grief in the finals a little bit more, but he feels a little bit more muted. He plays a little bit less aggressive, but also plays safer. So I think that is generally what you want for an AD carry that has such good hands. I think that is just always going to be a net win most of the time. I just said always most of the time. I have no excuse. There's just no excuse. Alright, so Gale Force, by the way, picked up here by the KOG. And look at this. My guy is actually going for a super weird build here. With the NAVORI Quick Blades. Additional damage for your spells, but then your spells don't really... I don't know, man. I'm not entirely sure about that whole situation with the NAVORI Quick Blades here, but you know, it is what it is. As we are going to walk down the Aphelios, we'll just take him down. Doesn't really matter. As Nidalee will pick up a double kill onto the bot lane. So at the end of the day, this is definitely not a good trade, but we did assert our dominance and show that you Aphelios have nothing on us, as NAVORI Quick Blades now also in the inventory here. As the gold swing seems to be pretty heavy here towards Gumayushi. I mean, that 500 gold from the shutdown, right? Almost 2 kills there as a bonus on top of the kills. So definitely does even it out and put Gumayushi slightly ahead here. And that is absolutely great for Gumayushi. Great news for his team as well, as of course he does have a million support, which is reasonable at peeling for Kog'Maw. Polymorph, not really a threat here, not an option either for the enemy team. As Guma is going to pick up speed here and of course start being a little bit more scary here for the enemy team. I still would question the NAVORI Quick Blades, but you know, it is what it is. Oh, that ended up rough, but Kha'Zix is able to pick up a shutdown here worth 1,000 gold, so that at least is quite a bit of money going over towards the red team side. So in general, this is not a terrible trade, even though of course the Kog'Maw has been caught out, so that one doesn't really count. But now Aphelios still benefiting from that Bloodthirster shield. That this, by the way, isn't even the Bloodthirster shield. I need to point that out. This is the overheal shield just. And Bloodthirster is going to come in here in a second. Going to make that Aphelios mighty strong. Mighty much more strong than he will be in the new upcoming patches, of course, there. The Bloodthirster will be nerfed. Very interesting. We are just throwing away gold here with all the control boards. Oh my god, look at the shields on this man. And I just don't think Gumayushi can even win this, even if this wasn't the Calibrum combo, but it is. And look at look at all the shurikens there on the Aphelios, and that this Aphelios knows what he's doing. As Gragas will pick up that kill. Looks any P left in there? No. We good, dude. I love Gragas recall, man. Gragas recall is the most disrespectful thing you can do in front of someone that you just killed. Just like Just casually like looking at, you know, taking some inventory. Kha'Zix will not be able to pick up the Lulu here, as this game just... How are you even capable of winning this? Like, how does this even... There's no way, right? This game's just over. Rage Blade still? No, wait, you can't pick up a Rage Blade, right? So no, it has to be Hurricane here. I mean, you're not gonna go... Yeah, no, it has to be Hurricane here. It's gonna be very interesting as Gumayushi's playing this reasonably aggressive. Let's have a look. I mean, I don't know why you wouldn't go for Infinity Edge here instead. The cool thing about this build, of course, is that you have a lot of ease. And so maybe that actually is pretty broken. But other than that, not quite sure that this is as good as it would. I mean, it doesn't even sound good. I don't know. It's so weird. Okay. Big man slam. Okay, we have another slow here. Milio getting DPS quite hard, but... Oh my god, Kog'Maw, please. Ah. Guma. Yeah, Guma will be flashed on. Will go down. Silas just looking around himself. Everyone's falling. Not much that we can do at this current point in time here as the Silas, of course. We're kind of just scaling at a power trough as well because of the Zhonya. Yeah. It's kind of rough, but we'll end up picking up at least a kill here as the counter trade, and we will also get a dragon as it would seem. But however, teleport coming through here. Nidalee might be in range to steal this very soon here. Yeah, there she goes, as the Kha'Zix will be able to pick up the bounty here, and of course the Kha'Zix just gonna take more farm, as of course this is an AD carry, right? So, you know, the AD carries just always kind of need more gold, right? So yeah, I find it very good that even though the very, very rough lane state here, Gumayushi is still able to find a lot of CS for himself. Still able to out CS the enemy. But you should be able to defend here. I mean, realistically, are you going to defend this inhibitor? No. Maybe? But it seems like the red team is looking for a little bit of a fight here now. But yeah, it has been disengaged already again. As of course, you're just, as an AD carry, at this point, you're just tunnel visioned on getting that next item. Yeah, I mean, the damage isn't terrible, but I still... My guy missed more than he gained from killing Gromp. He actually did. Yeah, he actually did though. Yeah, I've wondered about that before as well. Okay, so Aphelios fast approaching the Infinity Edge here as well. It's going to be very strong. No LDR needed for him, as there is not really a lot of armor on the enemy team. Ooh, the Aphelios ultimate will go into nothingness. Goes for both Gale Force for Gale Force. As, oh my god. Nuggery taking the damage. Taking damage from hell here, dude. What the hell? That's actually insane. Ooh, 1,000 gold over to Guma, but Gumayushi will end up going down for it. So, not really worth it. There's actually Gumayushi going for the rapid fire cannon here. Rather interesting choice of item. I understand why you would go for it though, so I'm not going to complain about it. Of course, your job going to be pretty hard here with all the gold that is just funneled into this Aphelios for free, even though, you know, Aphelios not very good at keeping up with the gold. with a farm here, of course, still does get a lot of kills just for free. Zero almost seems like this game is just going to be over, but Gumayushi still has one shot to chew them all away. We need to focus the enemy AD carry here, of course, as all of our cooldowns are kind of synced, and Gumayushi trying to outplay it here. He is spacing it well, and he will be able to outplay the... Oh, there the... Oh, Lulu ends up getting that one, in Gragas, of course. Big man, not a big fan of this game going on, will end up killing the Nexus here, and that is rather unfortunate because I think that Gumayushi played this actually pretty good here. A hostage taking. And the game ends. Thank you very much for watching, and I just realized that both of the games that I casted from Gumayushi are a loss, but you know, this is a team game and we wanted to look at the builds, and I think we got a good look at the builds. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Stay awesome.